Hey, welcome back to the show, and we're talking food, and this always makes me happy. I am joined by Chef Jonathan Miller. He's the executive sous chef at Glitterton. I got it right. And what does Glitterton stand for?
It's actually the highest peak in Norway.
Which is very cool. And they are at Stein Eriksen Lodge, and he is here to cook up some deviled eggs. And these are pretty popular.
Yeah, very popular. A lot of people ask for the recipe all the time. And for the most part, you know, we are hosting the cocktail party this year in Park City. So it's a beautiful thing to put at a cocktail party because it's simple, it's easy, it's fresh.
It's a really nice compliment to all those drinks.
Yep,
Great.
And basically all you really got to do is just take a pot, put as many eggs as you'd like. You got to think, you know, you have them. That's how many deviled eggs you're going to have. And put it in a pot, fill it up with some water, boil it for 18 minutes, and then put it right in an ice bath. Simple as that. And then you take them out, and then you can kind of de-shell them. It might take you a little while if you're, you know.
That's always the hardest part.
It is the hardest and the most annoying part for a lot of people.
I have a question. You might be able to answer this. After I boil my eggs, sometimes the eggs, they take some of the
membrane.
Yeah, they take that off, and I don't want them to. How do I stop it from doing that? Do I let them cool off more?
Well,
do you know?
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you don't let them cool off as much,
it's
the shocking. Yeah, if you kind of can do it while they're a little lukewarm, it's better to do it then because it peels off a little easier.
Good to remember.
But yeah, more or less very simple. All we're really kind of doing here is putting down a little traction so our eggs aren't slipping and sliding everywhere, because eggs do like to slip and slide. And as you kind of can place them out nice and easily here. And then the mixture for the inside is very easy, very basic. You're just putting down the whites. And then for the yolks, you kind of, you know, we've graded them up a little bit so it's easier for mixing purposes. But you can easily do it while they're whole in the half shell.
Okay.
And then basically put anything you like. If you don't like shrimp, you can do lobster. If you don't like, you know, lobster, you can do crab meat. Or if you don't want seafood at all, you don't have to do any seafood. It's really up to you. It's a recipe that you really can just have fun with and do whatever you would like. And then we have a little horseradish cream here we'll throw in there.
How much horseradish are you putting in there?
Honestly, it's probably about a tablespoon of horseradish. It's really not too spicy. It's fresh horseradish, which is a little less intense as, say, prepared horseradish.
Okay, because I was thinking, how much of this do you want? But I guess it depends on your own taste.
Yes, it really is.
You can handle what you want.
It really is. And then we threw in some capers as well. You kind of just stir that around like so, as you guys can kind of see. Basically, you're just looking for it to be well incorporated together. And with all the egg, it's always nice to have a little salt. Makes it a little more balanced in your palate there. And then me personally, I like it extra spicy, so you know, I get a little Tabasco.
We might have to bring Joe on if you put too much of that in. He has a better time with the spicy things.
A couple shakes of Tabasco in there. And then, you know, more or less you're just going to kind of mix this around. And it's going to be incorporated. And then you're just going to kind of very easily just take a dollop, load it up in your egg. Be careful, the eggs do like to slip around. That's kind of why I try to put that little traction down. But yeah.
It really helps with the presentation. It helps it stick there and makes it look good too.
It does. And then of course at the end you can finish and garnish it with a little bit of smoked salmon. Everybody enjoys smoked salmon and eggs. It kind of has a great theme together. And yeah, more or less, that's your deviled shrimp egg. And it is a favorite at Stein Eriksen. We do it at least 20 to 30 a day, I feel nowadays. You know, people are out there on the deck. A lot of people do like soup, but a lot of people would like to have a nice, refreshing hors d'oeuvre as well with their drink.
Well, these are excellent ones at that. I like how, you know, everyone can make a traditional deviled egg, but these you've really added a lot of, I think, pizzazz and fun flavors to them that make it quite different. And like you said, really popular with many of your guests. I like that.
And then, yeah, voila,
very good.
Some deviled eggs.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about some of the specials that you've got going on.
We actually have a dine and stay up there at Stein Eriksen, basically $230 a night. You get free valet, you get a 3-course dinner with myself at the Glitterton restaurant. And if you ask me, there's nothing better to do in the fall for that kind of money. Especially with our beautiful scenery we have.
It is so gorgeous outside right now. You are going to want to take advantage of that. And kind of explain your guys' role with the cocktail contest. This is happening at Stein Eriksen.
Yes, it's happening at Stein Eriksen. We are hosting the event, and it's a fabulous event. Venues from all over Park City will come through, and they'll showcase their favorite or, you know, their most unique cocktail. And then there's a nice little panel they judge on what they kind of consider is the best. There's more or less free hors d'oeuvres. There'll be a meat and cheese platter. There'll be some vegetarian options, and of course, you know, something hearty for everybody that wants a little more substance with their drink.
Nice. So last question for you, and I always have to ask our chefs this. I'm curious to know. So with the menu at Glitterton, what is one of your favorite items there? Someone say they haven't been there before. What would you recommend? You know, for entree, you know, appetizer and dessert.
First, I'd ask the guests what they like, because really it's not about me. It's all about the guests.
But usually the chef has pretty good options either way.
I myself really enjoy our signature dish, the Kobe pot roast, which is a boneless short ribs of the Kobe, you know, cattle. And yeah, it's fantastic. It's very comfort food. Comes with Yukon mashed potatoes, some Sunday night vegetables, as we call them. It's basically just roasted vegetables.
Gotta love some mashed potatoes. Those are always great.
Oh yeah, yes.
Very good. And what about your desserts?
Desserts, if you ask me, gotta have the hazelnut crunch. It's fantastic.
Oh man, what's that?
More or less, you know, it's got a hazelnut ice cream, all right, or gelato as we call it, and then it has a little hazelnut spread with Nutella. And then it's got a little mascarpone as well, some cake crumbles, and then a coffee granite. It is fantastic.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
It's all served in a nice, pretty little hazelnut crunch wheel.
Excellent. Yes. Well, I sure am excited for you guys to be hosting the cocktail contest event. And coming up in just a couple minutes, we're going to get some more insight on that from Ginger, talking about the Park City cocktail contest. So, Chef Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Chelsea.
Sure do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for the food. You always make our crew so happy when you guys come on and show us the best of what you got. So we are sure excited to have you here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And let's give your website real quick so people know where to go for that.
Steinlodge.com. Yeah, if you have any questions or concerns about the packages and the deals we have, please visit our website.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Be sure to check them out there. And we'll be right back here with more on the show, talking about the cocktail contest.